I see you're back for yet another exciting C# YouTube tutorial. In this one, a user can enter in a month number from 1 to 12 and a year number, and we'll tell you how many days are in that month, taking into consideration a leap year. I'm going to show you with the traditional if, and I'm going to show you using a switch statement. So let's go take a look at the code here. Again, step 1, declare. Step 2, validate and convert. So I declare a byte, and you ask yourself, why did I use a byte? Because a byte can store 1 to 12, being the months, the most efficient. The int is for the year because we do have some years such as 2013. Alright, we do a conversion from a text, trying to parse it to a byte. Notice not an int, but a byte, and we put the output into a byte if it's able to convert. Down here we take the text year dot text, try to parse it to an int. If it works, the numeric value is outed into here. Anything goes wrong, message box pop up, and we leave this click event right here. If the byte month equals 1 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 8 or 10 or 12, notice I have this compared using a logical operator to 1, and I have to repeat this equal to this multiple times. So when you're doing a conditional compare, it's usually a pair, this compared to something else, and here's the or. If it's any one of these months, we put 31 into the days. Notice if the month's 2, which is February, we have to do something unique. We have to check to see if it's a leap year. So a leap year is determined by one of two ways. If the year you entered is divided by 4 with no remainder, and the year divided by 100 equals 0 is not, which means there is a remainder, or if the year, so these two must both be true. This must be true and this must be true, or the year is divided modulus 400 with no remainder. If so, we put 29 days into the byte days in a month, else we put 28. And then if it's not these months and it's not February, we then check to see if it's 4, 6, 9, or 11, we put 30. And if we reach this point, we put 0 because the month is not one of them. And we put output what the month number is, has how many days. Let's go take a look at how this code looks when we run it. I'm going to put in all good data. So we're going to put in October 2013. We come in here, and you can notice the if is going to do its thing. I'm stepping through, and notice that the byte month number is equal to 10. We do 31, and we do nothing else but put it out to the screen. And I'm going to hit F5. There you go. Let's put in February 1996. Click day using if. You come through. None of these are true, so it comes down to the next else if. And it is equal to 2, and we are going to check for a leap year. And this condition is true. Either one of these could be true. The year modulus division 4 with no remainder, and the year divided by 100 equals 0, not, which means there is a remainder. Or year modulus 400 is equal to 0. Either one of these determine, so this is one calculation, or one condition. We have an or, and here's the other one. This paren is matched up to this paren. Okay? And let's change that to 2013. We come in here to February. This condition is false, and we set it to 28. This may be confusing, but they use this in the industry, so you could just cut and paste if you ever needed to check for a leap year. And later in the semester I'll show you an easier way. And you can see it knows it was not a leap year, and month number 2 has 28 days. I'd like to now go over the switch statement. We're going to show you, or I'm going to show you, this code written using a switch statement. take a look. Same declare. Step 2, validate and convert. Nothing's changed. The code that has changed is here. If the month number is 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, it drops down. It assigns 31 and breaks and gets out. I need the break here or it will keep dropping through. If it's 4, 6, 9, 11, it does this. If it's case 2, notice we have the same if-else statement. I am going to use the if-else. I could have done a shortcut if here, but I'm going to borrow the code that I did in the other if-else statement to determine if February is a leap year in the year. And if it's none of these, the default code happens and we put 0 into it. Let's run this code and I will put a breakpoint. And you'll see how quick this code executes as compared to an if-else statement. So let's come over here and let's put in 10, 2013. Okay, 10, 2013, and we're going to click on this button. So right here we hover, and it's a 10 because the code up here converted it. And look how fast this code will execute. It dropped right down to here without having to do all the checks. And notice it does the break, and it's going to skip all this other code, and it comes right down here. It's amazing how quick that executes. I hit an F5. Let's change it to February 1996. And you'll see how quick it jumps right down to here, determines it was a leap year based off this logic, hits the break, jumps over, and I'm going to hit F5, and there you go. I'm going to put in 2013, click here, it jumps way down to here, figures out it's not a leap year, hits the break, and we're done. So you will see that they're coded a little differently, but the switch statement runs much faster than if else. And let's put in a month it doesn't know. And let's see how quickly it determines that. Comes in here, and you will see it will jump right down to the default extra fast. I'm hitting F10, and there we go. Can't go wrong with the switch, but if you want to use if else, go ahead.